Welcome, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How you doing, Leo gang gang? Let's get started on your reading, and this will be in two parts for you, Leo. The first part will be for those of you dealing or curious about somebody with whom you have history, and then the second part will be for those of you curious about the new coming towards you. So we will delve into both of those things. And this is for you if you have Leo as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. Welcome, welcome, fiery, feisty felines. I hope you are doing well as you watch this reading. All right, and don't forget, we do offer personal readings. The link for that is below this video. And if you happen to be watching this on the day that it uploads, we are running a 20% off sale on 2 and 3 question pre-recorded personal readings. So the link for that is below this video. That being said, Leo, what's going on with the person with whom you have some history? You may or may not be currently dealing with this person. You could even be no contact. Let's just see what comes out for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who are you dealing with? Who's on your mind? Whose mind are you on? Let's see who's hitting your energy today, Leo. One more shuffle, Leo. Here we go. One more shuffle for Team Leo. Let's see what's up, Leo. Let's see what's up. All right, Leo. The person that you have on your mind or you're on their mind, one or the other, maybe both. Let's see what comes out. Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. You guys have maybe walked away from each other. Either that or you're thinking about it. You may be thinking about walking away or releasing this. You know what's interesting? Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Two of Cups. If you guys are already, I kind of feel like you guys are already apart. Somebody has walked away, but not really. Not really. Two of Cups. You guys are still in love. You and this person are still in love. That's what my cards are telling me. I'm not sure who walked away. Maybe it was mutual. Maybe you guys thought you'd be better off single. One or both of you thought you'd be better off by yourself. And I'm not sure why that is, because you're coming in with this deep love for each other, with this Two of Cups, this deep soul connection. What gives, Leo? Why are you guys, why is the walking away thing? Why is the walking away thing? Somebody afraid of commitment? Maybe. Why did somebody walk away? Let's see if we can figure out who walked away. Let's see if we can figure out who walked away. Was it Leo or was it the other person? It was you. Four of Swords. Exhausted. So you are releasing somebody, even though you're in love with them, but you're exhausted from something that's been very stressful. Whatever this connection is, had you exhausted. Four of Swords, but in the upright, that's what's you. So it's you that's releasing and walking away from this because of the stress, the games, the mind games. I don't know, man. Maybe you feel like you couldn't trust this person. You know, we got swords here, so it could be any number of things, but you're exhausted. You're mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, energetically drained. Give me more on this situation. You are in this energy of I'm better off by myself than with somebody that exhausts me, even though you love this person. Oh, poor Leo. Four of Cups in reverse. Hangman. Now you're second guessing yourself. Oh my goodness, Leo. Well, you're second guessing yourself because the Four of Cups in reverse, maybe I jumped off the hook too fast. Maybe I made this decision too fast. Hangman in reverse. Because, God, am I letting the best thing that ever crossed my path get through? You've got regrets here with that Four of Cups in reverse. You're like, have I fumbled? Have I made a big screw up? Have I foobarred this thing? You know what foobar means, right, Leo? F-U-B-A-R, fucked up beyond all recognition. Have I foobarred this thing? Have I fumbled this thing by walking away and releasing this? Did I give up on this too fast? What made you give up on it in the first place? What made Leo, well, I know you were exhausted from something, stressed out. Why? What had Leo stressed? What had Leo stressed with this Four of Swords here? What had Leo stressed to the point that they just felt like they couldn't do it anymore? What had my Leo stressed here? What had my Leo stressed? King of Pentacles, Temperance in the world. You felt like this person's life was out of balance. Eight of Wands. You know, this is the thing. You may have felt ignored except for whenever this person wanted the boinky. You may have felt like you weren't a priority, could have made work a priority. This person's life was out of balance. They may have had a temper with that Temperance card in the reverse too. They may have been easily, oh yeah, look, volatility. With the Tower card, they may have been easily triggered whenever you talked to them about this, you know, or you tried to broach problems with them. I kind of feel like that's what stressed you out, made you exhausted. I feel like this person was exhausting to deal with because they were temperamental, easily triggered, easily set off. It's kind of like at one moment they were stable and then boom, something would trigger them and they'd just be, right? I kind of feel that way from some of the ways that the cards are going. Page of Swords. They're watching you. They're watching you. They're keeping tabs on you. You probably know that. Hell, you may be keeping tabs on them. I know you're second guessing yourself because I see that in the cards. You're like, did I give up too soon? Did I give up too soon? Let's see how your person feels. Let's check in on that side of things, Leo. Ain't but one way to find out, right? Let's see what's going on in that person's mind right now. What's in their energy toward Leo? What's in this person's energy toward Leo, please? What's in this person's energy toward Leo? What's in this person's energy towards you, Leo? What's in this person's energy towards you? How do they feel? Four of Wands in the reverse. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Swords in reverse. They don't want this. They don't want this to end. You know, they feel like the rug has been ripped out from under them. They're curious about what's going on with you. They are. I think they would like to talk. I almost think, did you friend zone this person? Or yeah, they weren't expecting that. They were not expecting that. They were not expecting that. But what's crazy is I don't think you guys are talking at all. You may have suggested that you guys be friends, but they were just like, no, we can't do that. But the Justice card, they want you back. The Ten of Swords in reverse, the Justice card in the upright, they want to make things right with you. They want to make things right. Knight of Cups. I think you'll hear from them, Leo. I think you'll hear from them. I do think they are going to break the silence. Knight of Cups. That's movement, all right? That's definitely movement. They feel the absence of your energy. They feel the chill without the warmth of the sun. That's your ruling planet. They definitely do. They feel like you're done. They know you're pretty fed up with this Four of Swords here. Full reverse, they may feel like you have some ambivalence about taking a leap of faith and giving this another opportunity. So I think they're well aware that they're in hot water. They're well aware that they're in hot water. Time's up. I literally get that. Well, are they actually going to mature? I do get some maturation with the King of Wands. That's maturity. I do get that. I do get that they'll mature, but not fully. Emperor in the reverse. They'll make it to King of Wands, but not Emperor. So they still are going to fall short. And does that mean that you should walk away from them? I don't think so. Nobody's going to be perfect, right? But the King of Wands is pretty good. I guess what I'm saying is this is going to be something that you're going to have to look at and observe and decide if it is worth it to deal with the shortcomings, you know, because I honestly see some improvement. I just don't see it being maybe up to what you're hoping for. So it's kind of like one of those things where you're going to have to weigh it and figure out what's important to you and what's not. If these are deal breakers, then you have to walk away, right? You have to say, I love this person, but I love me more, right? That's what I got. That's what I got, Leo. Let's look at the new. Let's look at the new. Let's look at the new person or persons coming towards you. Is there anything new around the Leo singles that are curious about new stuff? What can I tell Leo about the new people coming toward them, if any? Is there anything coming around the single Leos? Do we see anything new? 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 Anything new around Leo, please? Anything new? There's a past person here, pretty set on you, pretty fixated on you. God, they're carrying a big burden. They are like carrying a lot of guilt or energy here. I mean, it could be that person that we have seen previously. Things look kind of stagnant at the moment, Leo, but I do think they're going to pick up. Seven of Pentacles, Chariot in the reverse, but the Eight of Wands in the upright. Literally, the Eight of Wands is speedy action or communication after a delay. I see a delay here, a lull. I think this past person, for a lot of you, you're going to be dealing with that. I think it might be a period of time, and you may be dealing with this. That may be why there's kind of a lull here. In the new side of things, but I do see you getting a lot of attention. I see a lot of people coming towards you. You may decide not to give to this for a little bit. You may be mopping up your wounds. You are. It's a timing thing. Wheel of Fortune. It's definitely a timing thing. So Leo, I feel like there is this period of stagnancy as far as new stuff, but then I feel like when it picks up, it gonna pick up. Maybe around cuffing season, right? Maybe around cuffing season is what we're, looking at. But that's what I have, Leo. We'll delve into all of this in more detail over on Patreon. Definitely check that out if you want more details. And we will do the All Signs Cross Watcher as well. All right, Leo, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I wish you guys so much happiness.